Hello guys. Today I'm going to be interviewing the 15-year-old Australian rapper and record producer, Direct Determined FM. Would you like to introduce yourself further?
Uh, they call me direct. I make the music, and people say I'm fat sometimes.
I guess, bro. Anyways, I've prepared quite the extensive set of questions for you today, or for me tonight. Uh, um, I just want to get this started real quick. So I have quite a few questions, but I don't know which one to start with. So how did the name Direct Determined FM come to be?
So, as a lot of people, like 50 people maybe, might know, when I started making music on BandLab, I went under the name of Gen High. I have no idea how I came up with that name. But then there's a bit of drama happening in Gamma Comma, which was this one collective I was in, and I was like, I don't, I want to change my name because I didn't feel like this Gen High persona was really what I was going for. Like I felt like I needed to change,
So
and
did that feel like killing off a character or like an era of your life?
yeah, definitely. And I got the name because there's this dude called Grave Osprey. You might know him. And he had this, I think it was like this Deftones and Undertale fan server, um, where the name was Determination, and I was like, I need to change my name. I was originally inspired by the Weekend's Dawn FM, which was an album that I had recently listened to. So I was like, maybe I name myself Dawn FM. Then I was like determination. I hopped in a Canva. I made something similar to what was the icon of that server, and then I put in this text that said direct determined FM, and the rest is history.
That is actually a really interesting story. So it came from what I assume is like a time like a turbulent time period of your life, especially concerning that Gamma Kama is now disbanded. And on the topic of Gamma Kama, I had a question that is related to them. So what do you think of Gamma Kama now that it's been disbanded for about 4 months now? Do you think it? Do you think you could have done anything different to stay in it, or and do you think it could have been big without all the drama?
There was definitely a chance it could have gotten some good recognition in band lab communities and other spaces, but a thing about it is there was too much drama inside it. Like there were fights happening all the time, and a lot of the people there were just straight up assholes, like AG1 Beats and Jack. Um, One of the main reasons that I got kicked out was because I was sending Jack some concept track lists I made. He got pissy for some reason, then he brought the conversation into the Gamma Comma server where Fern started straight up flaming my bitch ass and then kicked me from the server. I There's a lot of things I could have done differently, but I was start of my music career. Obviously, I want to be that good, and I was just a dumb kid. And
Do you think? Do you
honestly,
think wait, I'm going to let you finish. My bad.
and honestly, I don't want to change anything. And honestly, I think it was good for me to leave that space. Looking back on how toxic it was towards me, and then just I have the big sieve now, so I don't have to be searching for a collective that loves me for who I am, both as a person and musically.
So like now that you mentioned like a right civilization or right civ or however you want to call it, like what inspired the creation of right civilization? Like was it like to be a comparator to Gamma Kama at the time, or was it like a refugee place from Gamma Kama and the toxicity that was in it, or like was it just something you came up on your own, like outside all of that?
Okay, so if you want to know about, I don't know where to start. I'm gonna start with where I got the name from. So, in year seven, well, not in like in the second grade, I started making books after seeing this one library book about this. Wait 1 second. Sorry, what do you say again?
Um, like what inspired right civilization? Like was it like compared to Gamma Kama at the time, or was it a refugee place from Gamma Kama, like from the toxicity, or did you come up with it like on your own, like completely separate from it?
Yeah, the the reason I started my career, and how I found out about Bad Lab is that I always wanted like to have a music group. Like ever since I started listening to like Odd Future and Wu Tang, I was like, I want to be like them, and I was also like, I want to start making music. So I made a Reddit account. I posted this thing in the Odd Future thing server, being like, need some members, and uh, 4 people I think hit me up. The first one was a kid named Murphy, who went his time to say goodbye, who introduced me to Band Lab. He's now known as Clade, the worst human being on planet King Earth. Then there was Gladiator 83, who was his producer, who made a total of one beat and one cover for the group I had at the time, Crackheads Toilet Bowl, when I was getting high. And then he deleted his Discord like 2 months after, and then he just like never hops on Band Lab. I also wonder how not good. Another person that DM me was this dude called Andre. He made a Band Lab account. It got deleted, and then he stopped replying to my emails. And then who? And then the second most important person who emailed me is a young kid named Fern, and Fern was the one that introduced me to Gamma Gamma. So back to Riot Civ. So that's how BandLab started. I had a group in mind. We made it. It failed. I made another group after it called Crocodile Gang. With like I think it was like me, Darius, Slate, Reliclaws, Grave, Nico, and Green Pez. The only people I can confirm are Grave, Nico, um, Slate, Darius, and Green Pez. Then what happened was I that failed too. So I was like, I need another group. And this was about the time I changed my name on BandLab, but like it wasn't really considered the change of my actual artist name, because like I was still making Gen High projects at the time, like the Kill Shit Burn Shit Fuck School EP or whatever it's called, and um I looked back on this old book I made, because ever since the second grade I've always made books. There was a book called about this little mouse that lived in a library, and he took a pencil and he started making a bunch of books, and I was like, I want to be like that. And then in year seven, um, I was writing a book. It was a dystopian fiction about this like anarchist protest that turned into this gigantic it's just like a whole city turned into like this small little place that people like destroyed stuff, I I called that book that I was writing Riot Civ because it was like a civilization of riots. And then I was like, wait a second, that name goes hard. I got a random photo from my camera roll. Then I hit up a bunch of people asking to join, such as Aquini, Slay, Tax, Darius, and then I made the Banga Band, and then Right Civ was a thing.
Do you think like parts of the book like inspired some songs or covers or titles or anything related to the music group?
Honestly, I think it inspired our style because a lot of it was like,
Rebellious, for example, maybe.
yeah, like there's a lot of
Like I
references to like the taboo media that like isn't like anything else, such as August Underground and Cry of Fear. It was, I think it definitely influenced a couple songs, possibly, and definitely our style. Even though I'm really the only one that even knows about. Like, you're the second person in the world that knows about that book now that I've just told you.
do you think the book will like ever get like a proper release maybe?
Fuck no, because every time I try and write a book, I'm I write it too fast. Like the it just goes. Like
Like you rush through ideas.
yeah, like I rush the ideas. I don't add any filler. I a bunch of the books
Like you
I
don't
read.
thread the dots between maybe like a filler episode, I mean chapter in the episode, a filler chapter or main chapter here, some side quest
Yeah,
chapter here or whatever.
it's just
Like
always too
you get
fast,
the
or
idea
I
out of
just
paper.
yeah, it's just the pacing is always off. Like I could have like character more characters. They go somewhere in like the first 100 words instead of, and I think yeah, I'd love to write a book again, get back into that, but I really just need to get into
Practice your
my
pacing like
pacing
skills.
of the story. So maybe it might get released if I ever decide to rewrite it, and if that is a good rewrite.
In the case that you do like write it, do you think that like you'll make maybe a soundtrack for the book, like an OST for the book?
How the fuck would I make a soundtrack for a book?
Well, Logic made like a soundtrack for his book called Supermarket, and it wasn't well received. But to me, it was like innovative in hip hop, like a soundtrack for a book. Like who does like it was an original idea. Like as much as the music, like to me, sucks. I think the idea was there, but like just wasn't a bad execution. So like Logic popped into my head when I asked you that question.
I don't know, man. Maybe. I have no idea.
So to move on from the book, to a more like straightforward like answer for a question, like who is your favorite member of Right Civ and why?
Oh, that's a really tough question. Um, now, as in like as a person or like as an artist?
I mean, you can like do both at the same time, but like if you really want to, you can do as like person and like as an artist with like work ethic, like collaborative like effort or something like that.
I don't really want to like rank people ahead of each other, so I'm gonna
But
just
I
say,
didn't mean like rank like a soul
yeah,
like
yeah,
favorite.
but like still, I don't want people to take it that way. So I'm just say my favorite artist in Riot Civ is Tay. His lyricism is amazing. His instrumentals he create they're beautiful. His ethic, his collaborations. Time he hops on one of my songs, it's always something good. Every time he drops a new song, it's always a banger, and it always like a really good story behind it. And Tay is definitely my favorite musician in the Big Civ.
I really like his work ethic as well. I think he has like such a hunger to like make in the industry and like as much as I hate the music industry, I do have to like like I respect like his like ethic for promotion and his efforts to like get his name out there. And on the topic of the music industry, like what do you think of the music industry in general?
Um, I think most mainstream music is slop. Like most mainstream rap nowadays is just practically copy and paste trap bullshit. Most like all the dudes that make like more old school music are from the old school, and honestly, a lot of them are either dead or washed as hell. And the music industry outside hip hop, like things like Cat's Eye, like um they're
I
just
think I
industry
think it's like really
plants are like,
predatory.
yeah, like so predatory. I think now I'm not trying to say that if you listen to hip hop, you're like, I mean not hip hop. If you listen to Cat's Eye, you're like ruined. But
No,
like I
I
think
completely get the like
Cat's Eye really messed up a lot of personalities of like the younger female generation. Cause like personally, I think a lot of the thing like I'm not trying to say oh women music bad. It's more like I don't think the young women should be really that concerned about some of the stuff they say because like most people girls that I know that listen to Cat's Eye turn to like complete assholes after they like become Cat's Eye fans, and I'm just connecting the dots here, and like so, and the music industry behind the scenes is fucking horrible. Oh, there's these predatory labels. There's
predatory deals, contracts.
yeah, like with my own label, you can leave anytime. You can select which things you want to be published under the label. You
How
can
much of the like percentage of masters does your label own like comparison to
um
the artist?
yeah, it says in the contract we don't own anything. They're just giving us the rights to distribute and promote it.
Well, isn't that technically owning the masters to it?
Yeah, like we don't own anything as a label except the distribution. And even then people can request to get their release taken down anytime.
Do you see your label like in the future maybe being like an at an odd future level like you're like an 18-year-old Tyler creator running his own odd future label. So like you're 18 and running Chippers Lumbers Records like at the same level that Tyler ran his odd future label. Do you see yourself in that?
Maybe because um like I don't really want Chippers to be like I don't want like a Chippers album because I don't really think
A
that's
compilation album, right?
yeah like a compilation album or like a Dreamville type album with I want it more to be like we're getting music from the younger artists out there and we're donating all the funds to help people in dire situations and I think like on a management level yeah it's gonna be way better in a few years probably gonna have a few more artists maybe a couple might have left but at the end of the day I don't think it's gonna be like on future level but I think it'll probably be the best label out there in my opinion.
That is an interesting answer to me. Like, so you mentioned helping artists in dire situations. How much of like how I don't know how to ask this. What would be like a general amount for like all of the artists in general on your label for an advance for a release? Like for example, to clear samples, like you need $5 to clear a sample. Would you give a $10 advance or like $5? Like what would be the amount?
I'd probably just try and clear the sample myself or I'd just like edit the samples the to make it like
Unrecognizable.
unrecognizable to the AIs but still like good.
Well, I think it'd be more so to the people who listen to it, because there is like this phenomenon that I really like hate that is called like sample snitching. Like you discover a sample in a song, and then you like snitch like what the song sampled, and it like gets taken down. Like I saw that happen so many times, and I just really hate it. So like, would you like try to like edit as much as possible so like sample snitching cannot happen to you?
I've never really thought about sample snitching. I've never heard that happening or that term before, but honestly, if someone snitches, maybe I'll just edit it again. Maybe I'll just take that sample out of the song. But like, it's never
Like try
happened
to
to me,
replay
and I've
maybe.
never heard about it before. So I don't know.
Well, like I've heard about it. I think last year or in 2024. Like I was like really mad when I found out about that. So, like, because at the time I literally like sampled so many like, well, I wouldn't say mainstream songs, but definitely popular songs like, Bow and Meet the Frownies or whatever it's called. Like the sample that Kendrick used for the recipe. Um, so like I was really scared to release the mixtapes, but I digress to the interview. So now you mentioned making music under the Genhi name, Genhai.
Yup.
How do you pronounce it?
Gen high. It was.
Well, I had a question planned. Like, did you ever release music prior to the DFM persona and name? And then I remembered about Genhai. So like, I want to change the question a bit. Did you ever release music prior to the Genhai persona and name?
Yeah, I probably uploaded some screen recordings of not band, that garage band songs to YouTube, and maybe made a playlist called that an album. I think I did that like once, twice, maybe three times.
Would you say like there's probably that there's like any chance that you would come back to this material to like remaster or remake it?
Probably not because that was just me tapping on random sounds, which with like no MIDI editor, no effects, no vocals. It was just like me pressing random buttons on the instruments, recording it, calling it a day. Just how my earliest
So
songs are
like
made, and like
like
most like the whole game I think was.
so like you were doing like in IT terms like vibe coding like for music. I should
Yeah,
probably
maybe.
explain what that is.
Yeah, I have no idea what
Like
that
vibe
means.
coding, like you're coding like random stuff like that fits your vibe at the time. Like you have an idea and you're just trying like to brute force that idea through it. Like
Yeah, yeah, maybe you could say that.
what could I ask next? Do you want to move on to like more like dumber, like more fun questions, or like do you want to keep this like personal set
Maybe,
list?
maybe it. I don't know. You're the guy asking me the questions. Why are you asking me a question about the questions? That's your thing.
Like I want to keep like a consistent flow that like makes you comfortable. So like
Yeah,
I don't
like
want to switch from like
yeah, like I get that.
yeah, like I don't want to switch from like oh what's your top five on this and this album to
Yeah,
like
1 second.
so I'll ask some more like broader questions. So what would you consider the thriller of underground hip hop?
Thriller, as in
The
like
Michael Jackson album.
yeah, like the big album that like changed everything.
Yeah.
There's so many that I could pick. From I could say Atrocity Exhibition, definitely. I could say no. I think I'll just say Atrocity Exhibition for. Wait, there's some. Mm,
That's
no, I
actually a
think I'll
really
go
interesting thing.
Atrocity Exhibition. Like I know it's like oh everyone's favorite or like underground rapper album, but like honestly, it definitely
I'd
deserved
say
that
more like
spot.
everybody's like, oh, everybody's favorite like Danny Brown album. But like, I'm surprised that you didn't say like, for example, like Whole Lotta Red or like Dial It or like any stuff like that. Like, because in most like convos online regarding this topic, like, they, like constantly mention Cardi and I don't even know like Tyler Creator maybe like in some cases, but like mostly like Whole Lotta Red like. But I really like your pick of Atrocity Exhibition. Like, and I honestly like really like how like he released the album and he was in debt because of it because
Yeah, like
he had to pay.
that was definitely
Like that was really
like
funny to me.
when I was like ooh and like getting into Danny Brown, I was like, you should listen to this album. It's his best album, and it was like, oh, there's features from Kendrick, Absol, Be Real, and El Sweatshirt, and then Kendrick, Absol, and El Sweatshirt were on the same song. I was like, wow. And then Be Real was on the worst song in my opinion, Get High. I don't like that song. That's like the only Danny Brown song other than 30 which I actively skip every time, like instantly. It's like the instrumental is just like
But I forgot what the instrumental sounds like. Is it like like a goofy melody?
yeah, it's like these very weird vocal MIDI things, and it feels like waking up in like
Yeah, I remember what it sounds
8
like.
a.m. after like school, like and you instantly go for a nap. It's like 4, you wake up at 7, you have like a headache, and like everything seems like really bright.
You have like one AirPod tucked into your ear, like your phone's like dead, and like you're swinging like a pig, and you have like two like unmatching socks. Like
Yeah.
like that is such like a perfect way to describe the song. And obviously, I don't mean no shade to Danny. I think he's a great artist, but like the song's like good to me, but like I honestly get impressed by anything, but like a cohesive story or like melody. So like, but I get like the way you're feeling about the song. Like
Like it's a good
it just
song.
feels like wacky to me, but like a good way of being like wacky, like
Yeah,
not being
like
wacky for the sake of
it's a
it.
good song. I like how he experiments, but I'm just gonna say that song was like it's my least favorite Danny Brown song. It's just the way everything is, and then you get Be Real on that, which Be Real could have he could have been on Really Though. Like Be Real on Really Though, that would be fucking amazing. And Danny got him on whatever Get High is supposed to be. It's just I think that's a wasted feature, and oh really it's too weird even for Danny Brown.
I honestly disagree, but like it's your preference at the end of the day. Like, dude, I was watching this JPEG Mafia interview like that he did where he had to pick like songs like this or that. And what he said like before he had to pick his new song versus his old song from his Devon Hendrix days, I think he really like summed it up well. Like, um, I can't remember what he said, but like when he like claims that he's the king of like experimental rap, then people say, "Oh, you're not weird enough." Like he said something like that, and honestly, I use that viewpoint to like view like songs like Get High or like Superman Dead by Injury Verse or even like I don't know like a goddamn joke release on like albumoftheyear.org. Um like I just like don't like see songs as too weird for like specific artists. Like you could take like Joey Badass on like a Dead Curves beat and I would say that it's not like too weird for Joey Badass.
Yeah, I get that. But also, just one last thing about Get High. Like, one of the first things he rap about is like, little tiny knobs, little furry bats. And I'm like, what? Because, like, in what context would you need to talk about little furry butts?
Dude, like I get the album is about like drug addiction, but like it was
What
just
is.
like a really funny line
What
that like
does that
caught me
bar
off
have to
guard.
do with anything?
Like you're like so like high past the point of like no return, like you can't think straight. Like I think that's why he inserted that bar, like as an example.
Maybe. I don't know, bro.
Anyways, so I mentioned JPEG Mafia like a few minutes ago, and you mentioned Earl, or I don't even know. Like I think Earl was mentioned, but like what I'm trying
Yeah,
to ask
when
is,
talking about Atrocity Exhibition, I did say
yeah. I already forgot. Oh my god. Anyways, is the Earl versus Peggy beef dumb and pointless, or like useful to the conversation? Like, what are your thoughts
I
on it?
think honestly, I think JPEG Mafia is not the king of experimental rap, but at the same time, I can see how to put this. Earl trolling JPEG gave me the same vibes as Snoop Dogg trolling Dave Blunt at one time, and I don't know why.
Oh my god, like the Dave Blunt's reaction gave me like similar vibes. No, oh my god, reverse the order. The JPEG Mafia reaction gave me the same vibes as the Dave Blunt's reaction.
Yeah,
Like
like
they both like took it like way seriously, but I think they was like genuine, sincere. I think Peggy was like trolling as usual. Like I don't think like he actually took it to heart. Like he was obviously doing like album promo.
and then Earl posted like some Sunyan meme to his story
Dude, I saw that
saying go
story and like
listen
I
to
laughed so
it.
hard. Like in what universe does such a like critically acclaimed artist post like a stupid meme on their story? Like it was just so surreal to me,
Yeah. That was an experience.
for sure. I have another like this or that question. Do you want to hear it?
Yep.
So Prince or Michael, and why?
I I'm gonna have to say Michael. Like I don't listen to either. I'm gonna be so serious. Like obviously I'm gonna put on like a song time to time, and I'm gonna hear his Michael songs like out and about. But I don't. But from what I know, as like not even a surface level listener, like my pinky toe's been in the water for half a second. Like I think like Prince was definitely popular, but Michael was the only one that got 4 bill that had 4 billion fans when the world had 5 billion people type shit.
And without the internet.
Yeah, and without the internet too. Like when he died, the internet was only like relatively young.
Was like so he died in 2009, and like the like a major like broader internet came out like I think like early 90s,
90.
so like it was
Yeah,
around
so
like
like it was around like 10
19 years old
years
maybe.
at most.
And when he died, it was like the world stopped, like genuinely the world stopped. And
Yeah.
to this day, I haven't seen like any celebrity, like maybe Queen Elizabeth, but like, well, she is a leader, but like, I mean, celebrity, like a celebrity died and like the whole world stopped for a moment. Like, I haven't seen anybody pull that level of fame off.
Like the only person that I think could match that is like maybe Kanye, like probably Kanye, maybe Kendrick, Drake, maybe because he's like very popular. Maybe like another, like maybe a leader like you were talking about, Miss Elizabeth, Queen Elizabeth. Maybe like a world leader like Obama or something. I
I
think
think if like,
I think if Trump died, that would
yeah, I was going to
definitely
say that
stop the
like right
world.
now.
But like, I think they would stop and then start to celebrate.
Well,
I
Allah
know
will
I would.
celebrate, but Allah will also mourn.
But honestly, I don't mean to get too political, but I think whoever's mourning needs to get their priorities straight.
Yeah, like, well, obviously, I don't really want to steer more like political topics into this interview because it's not really needed. But like, I think you said well, like, when needed to be said. Um, on this topic, like this question, I think Prince was like the more like technically gifted, but Michael is the more like leader esque gifted. Like he was like a vocal instrument. Like he would always beatbox his like drum loops and patterns and everything, and he was like able to organize like his team to like see his vision and translate it onto a song. Well, Prince could like automatically do that solo, so like they were both like instruments, like human instruments, if you get what I mean.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
I think they're both very skilled, but like one is better than the other in this niche and one is better than the other in that niche and so on. But honestly, if I had to choose, I'd probably choose Michael because, to be honest, like I don't hate Prince. I obviously don't hate him. I respect him. He's a great legendary artist. But like, I listen to Michael more. Like Michael's songs have like a catchier feel to me.
Yeah.
I'm like reading the list of questions, and I don't know what to choose.
I don't know, bro. Just like close your eyes and like wave your finger and like if and pick the one that it lands on. Like if we haven't already done it.
What is your dream concert venue that you'd like to perform at in your lifetime?
Ooh, 1 second. I'd have to. I don't really know the name of many concert venues. You feel me? Like I know about a bunch of concerts, but I don't know about the venues. Um, I I honestly don't know because like I don't really know any.
Well, you have like
Maybe I
I forgot
would.
the
Maybe I
Wembley
would
Stadium in
go.
London. I think that's what it's called.
Maybe Jamworld in Jamaica because that's where Biggie's last concert was before he got shot.
Yeah, rest in peace, Biggie.
I'm wearing a Biggie shirt right now, actually.
That is actually such a cool like coincidence. Like, well, not coincidence, but like a cool fact. Honestly, now for me personally, I think my dream like concert venue would be like I'd do a world tour and I'd finish that world tour in Belgrade, like my hometown of Belgrade. And I choose it's called the Stark Arena or Stark Arena, however you want to call it. I mean, pronounce it. It's the biggest like venue in Belgrade, and I'd like to finish my world tour there.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself like doing any like major like big tours if you like blow up? And by blow up, I mean like into the mainstream.
Well, the thing is, I don't want to get mainstream because I've seen every mainstream artist just like they get old and washed. But like honestly, when the underground artists like Danny
Do you want to
Brown
have like a
and
cult following?
yeah, definitely. But like, I don't want to be mainstream because like, I feel like being mainstream has too many things you have to do to stay mainstream. While as underground hip hop, you can just do anything. Like that's
In the mainstream, there's like a pressure to like not like screw up or anything.
yeah, like, but like if you're underground, you can honestly say what you want and make the type of music you want without having to deal with this is too weird, the label isn't gonna like it, or like, oh, this won't get radio play, or like, how is this gonna reach 1 billion streams? Oh, how is this gonna get a diamond plaque? Like, yeah, but back to the because I probably would go on a tour. I'd probably go on a couple tours myself, but what I really want to do is I want to go on a Riot Sith World Tour, get all of us together, and go to like a bunch of different countries. Like,
What do you think like other performers in general on that tour would like steal the show?
honestly, I've performed a couple um songs myself. I've recorded piano songs that I've played on the piano. I'm making an original song called 450 for my school's talent show, so I'm gonna have to perform that. Um, but I think the person that'll steal the show would probably rather be Tay because of how good he is, or probably me because of how erratic I can be.
I
Like
honestly think separations would steal the show because like his verse on I forgot the name. Was it unused or like undead or
yeah,
something?
unused.
His verse like the last like couple bars of it, it had a really like a good flow and like magic freestyle that he did recently. I think in April of this year. Was it April or May?
No, now this was that. No, uh, that song I think was made around April, but I only dropped it like for right Civ like a few days ago.
Yeah, I saw it on the Spotify page for Right Sev. And honestly, like from listening to him, I think he'd definitely like steal the show
Yeah, like he
alongside
can
Tay because they both like have a
freestyle.
really like good. They both have like a voice that you can quote unquote sell, and they have like a real like unique cadence, like the both of them, and a really good flow.
Yeah, but like yeah, like separation can freestyle. Like unused was a freestyle. That verse was a freestyle. I just transcribed it.
Oh my god, I did not know that.
Yeah, a lot of his songs that all the features he's done have been freestyles,
Was it
but
like off
one
the dome or like free of
yeah,
style?
like off the dome.
Yeah, because I noticed in like some parts he like pauses for a bit.
But I'm a bit worried about him because he hasn't been online in a while, and I know he dabbles in some substances, so I'm just I feel like something might have happened to him regarding something.
I
But
don't
on
think
some, I
he.
think
I think he may have like
maybe he just broke his phone or something. Maybe he forgot his
maybe
password.
he got like taken away maybe because of the substances.
Maybe he's in rehabilitation right now,
Well,
but
I'm
I don't
hoping
know.
for the best.
Yeah, like I'm worried about him. That's all I can say. Yeah, he'd probably steal the show, but he hasn't been online in a while, so I don't know if he'll ever be able to come to a show.
I'm hoping for the best once again.
I'm hoping for the best for him too. I just hope maybe he's living his life somewhere, or maybe he's just like away from his devices.
Now to move on from that topic and the end of it. What is your like favorite lyric that you have like ever written?
My favorite, as in I like it the most, or my favorite is in like, ooh, honestly, I don't know whether I should count my favorite as in like my favorite
Like
bar.
technical skill or like personal liking?
Yeah, like if it should like some funny bar or like
Well, you
so,
can obviously like do like
four
favorite on
yeah
personal
like
liking and favorite on technical skill. Like I don't really mind it.
450. My I'm working on that song. It's over the you know on the radar. They
On
did
the radar
this
freestyles, yeah.
yeah, so there was this um thing I think yeah, February and it was on the radar raps new class freestyle cipher volume 1. It had like Ray Vaughn, Overcast, Marlon Craft in it. And I stole the beat and now I'm writing over it for the school talent show. Some of these bars, like the first bar, since I heard my child, I've been praying for peace, but I know people who'd prefer a brand new piece, a Lamborghini over mankind's knees, not shattering with the whale's weight on our lease. Like, there's some amazing bars in here that I could, yeah. And then the wise man said, none, cause the wise man dead paid to keep his mouth shut. Like in this song, there's
Do
just
you
so
think
many good bars.
have you ever seen that video of Tyler performing odd toddlers at his school talent show?
I haven't. I maybe send that afterwards. Another bar from 450
Wait,
that I like.
wait.
Um,
I wanted to connect the like the dots between those two. Um, uh, would you like? Would you prefer like if a friend of yours like records you performing 450 live at your school's talent show and like
Probably.
you release it to YouTube?
Yeah, but like I don't want my face out just yet.
But you've been a faceless artist to this day.
Yeah, like I think Slate might have posted my face a couple of times, but like I don't think he ever confirmed it was me. People probably think it might just be some other dude. But I've been a faceless artist in my own thing. Like I've probably gotten a screenshot of myself and edited the crap out of it maybe a while ago, but I've been
Um,
a faceless artist.
but didn't the like the cover art for the Right Said Tape Volume One have like dozens of faces of
Yeah,
artists
it
in
has
the
like
collection?
all the faces of everyone who worked on it, but I edited like everyone's was edited a bunch. Like Huey's like Huey who only did like the intro, like his thing like I turned his skin green like with um Yen Cross. I went into Scratch and used the visual effects there, like swirled him, fish-eyed him. Um, people I like turned their stuff different colors, and with mine, I just made it completely white.
Yeah, I remember seeing a white like spot on the cover, and I was like questioning like,
Yeah,
who
that was
is
me.
this? Do you plan to like face reveal in the future, like in the very soon future, like a month or two from now, for example?
Probably when I'm like older, I'll definitely like
For example, 18 maybe.
yeah, probably.
Mm. So over like the past year and a half, you've mentioned working with some big artists, for example, like Mike G, um, what was their name? Odd Seeker, I think, was that guy correct?
Yeah, Life Seeker.
Yeah, I said Odd Seeker, my bad. Um, and Brandon the Shea, I think.
Yeah,
Um, so like combining that group of artists and like artists that you've worked with outside the right civ and the right civ, um, who is your favorite collaborator in terms of like work ethic and like ideas and workflow and being able to like share your ideas and connect them into like one thing and
like
like
outside like band lab slash right civ, I'd have to go. There's a lot of people like Slate always loves to produce. Um, X Man always loves to do features. I think I think I'm gonna have to go with Dynasty because he's from NoFi. It's this. It's a lot of. It's a big story. So I'm gonna have to go with Dynasty. Like we only have one song uh up,
was it there like
but
we broke into an arcade to make this, I think.
nah, that was yeah, that wasn't Dynasty. That was Barrow. Dynasty, like I, me and him, we have a bunch of songs together that are unreleased. There's um, obviously his verse on the "Where the Fuck You Put My Vinyl" remix, but then there's an unreleased song called "I'm a Motherfucking Gnome" featuring him and AD on Denton, who was he's not in NoFi, but he was in a collective before NoFi called Nobody's Poem Club, which it's this their side of the story is this whole thing, and I don't really know anything about it. I'm just a fan of theirs who collaborates with them, so I wouldn't really know about all the intricate details of the story. I just know what I know from like posts and the members. Like I have to go to Dynasty because like he's always down to do a verse. He featured on Tay's album, which got taken down because BandLab. I just like to say fuck BandLab for suspending Tay.
I still don't know like why they like banned him. Well,
I don't think anyone
honestly
knows.
speaking, from my perspective, he is like kind of like spammy with his promotion and like his promo in
Yeah,
general.
but
So like I think they like flagged him like a false flag maybe.
no, but definitely I spammed unused for like 2 weeks and I didn't get suspended. But another thing, before that, Tay had he got suspended for 3 days for saying someone's beat was fire. So I think maybe the AI moderation might have.
Yeah, because that is like a previous violation, so maybe they like piled it up.
Yeah, but like before that, like I don't really. And they didn't give Tay a reason when he got permanently suspended. Like when I got permanently suspended on my old account, at least they gave me a reason.
So honestly, like I quit BandLab a long time ago, and it was for the better. Like honestly, like BandLab to me like sucks, like genuinely. And you can like pay for a boost to like reach a bigger audience, and it's
That's
just
whack.
stupid to me.
That's whack.
Like that's genuinely like just stupid. And honestly, like after I switched to Bandcamp, it was like a million times better. Like so, on the topic of Bandcamp, do you think your music will be available on Bandcamp like anytime soon, or will you continue to use BandLab? And if
Yeah,
it does end up on Bandcamp, will you
I'm
switch it to going
always
BandLab?
definitely always gonna be on BandLab because I feel like well I don't want to be a BandLab rapper, but I like BandLab. That's where I started my career. BandLab's my home. Like, yeah, the moderation is horrid. A lot of the people there are toxic, and it's kind of hard to work around some things sometimes. But honestly, I don't think I'll ever move. Like, I don't think I'll ever move out of BandLab just because, like, it's become a bit of my thing now. But, like, I don't want to be the BandLab person. And Bandcamp, maybe it's just I'm too much of a lazy chud to put stuff on Bandcamp.
Honestly, it's like really easy speaking from experience.
I get that.
I think like the really
I'm
like
too
like
chuddious. I'm too chuddious to be.
I think the like annoying aspect of Bandcamp is that you like have to convert your stuff to like dot wave or like dot flac or dot AIF files. Like you can't upload MP3s like you can on BandLab.
Yup.
So, mm, what is the most annoying aspect of music to you?
Maybe it's the promotion because like I I want to be listened, but I don't want to have to constantly promote my stuff.
Do you feel
But
like you're begging people to listen to you like when you promote stuff?
yeah. Also, the annoying thing is BandLab. I turned my VPN off to um to download something because it's like way faster to download stuff without your VPN, and it instantly logged me out of BandLab, and I had like 8 verses that I had recorded, but I had unsaved. So and they and like so I had to delete all those project tabs, then put then I'd have to redo all of them after I logged in.
That must have really sucked.
It did.
Well, moral of the story is don't use VPNs. Like when you like don't have saved stuff, because a lot of
It's
the apps
not
are
that
just
I
really
had it
like
on, it's that I
dodgy with
turned it
VPNs.
off, which was what set it off.
Okay, so the amount of questions that I have left are like some like personal ones.
Yup.
So I think you should be prepared to answer them like with long like monologues or something. If you had to name one song as your true inspiration, which one would it be and why?
As in my inspiration right now, or is my inspiration as a whole of music?
as a whole of music?
That's a that is a tough question. But I think I know which one I'd pick. Track 11 of Cherry Bomb by Tyler the Creator. Smuckers. That's definitely. It's an amazing song. It's perfect to me. Cherry Bomb's my favorite album. I think
But I think
it's.
Trey Bomb is so like overhated, like for no reason.
Yeah,
Like
like, it's only
I
overhated
genuinely like
because,
rate it
like.
as a 9.5 out of 10. Like, and even
Like,
the title track of the album is like really good to me. Like
like
especially the
it's
first
like
part.
this, like, noisy. Um.
Abrasive.
Yeah, but, like, that's the point.
Like it doesn't like try to like polish itself for anyone. It
Yeah,
just does
like,
its
that
own thing.
was.
And that's like part of the charm.
That was. It's one of my favorite albums, and it's my favorite Tyler the Creator album. I think it's his best project.
I'd
So,
honestly say like so like over the years like my favorite type project has revolved a lot from like Bastard to Wolf to Cherry Bomb to Igor to Chromacopia to Don't Tap the Glass to
yeah, like,
Flower Boy, but like right now I'd definitely pick maybe Chromacopia or Wolf as the best albums.
I get that. Um, yeah, so I'd have to say Smuckers is one of my biggest inspirations because, like, I've always been trying to make a Smuckers type beat, but I think no one can make a Smuckers type beat because it's too weird, but it's so perfect. The like the drums for the first part with, like, him and Kanye, it's just like these toms going like ba-dum 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 ba-dum, and, like, the horns are amazing. The beat, the freaking the vocal sample with, like, 1 2 3 4. I like that a lot. I think it's a perfect instrumental. Everyone delivered their best verses that I've. It's definitely the best Tyler verse and the best Wayne verse I've ever listened to.
I'd say the best Tyler verse is the final verse of Judge Judy. Like he delivers it with like actually no. That's like his second best verse. I think that Tyler's best verse is definitely the first verse on Mother.
Yeah, yeah. I like those songs.
I think Mother in general is like definitely top three Tyler. Like I'm not even kidding. Like the chords and the drums, especially like they're like I don't know how to explain the drums. They're like a military march style of drums. Like I don't know how to explain it. And the chords, they feel like so like as if you're like walking up the stairs to heaven and you're like seeing like all the battles that you fought through your life. That
Yeah,
is like the feeling that I get when I listen to the song.
yeah.
And
I
the meaning
like.
of the song is
Yeah,
like so
definitely.
perfect to me. Like definitely top three Tyler, definitely.
Like, I like Mother a lot, but when I got the Chromacopia came out the day after my birthday, so my mother got it got the CD for me as a birthday gift, and when I first listened to it in my dad's car, I was like, I liked it. I really liked it, but I don't know if he should have replaced Balloon and instead I think he, instead of replacing Balloon, he just should have added Mother instead of replacing Balloon with Mother. Like, I like Balloon. I really like. I really like Balloon. I think that's the name. The one with Dochi.
Yeah, the one with Dochi. The I don't know how to like it's a really bouncy melody, like dun 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 dun. Like I definitely butchered the
It's like
melody, but it's a
da
really
da da da
bouncy one.
da 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 da. Yeah, whatever.
And the don't stop sample.
I ate this bitch out like a queef. Uh, I think about Dochi is that she is way overhated, and another thing is, how do I put this? She's one of the only female, like the black female rappers, so like not Iggy Azalea or whatever, that they're more Lauryn Hills than Sexy Reds, which I think is a big problem. Like, there's not enough Lauryn Hills and there's too many Sexy Reds.
Dude, I honestly I don't have a problem with Sexy Red, but I think like she has like this potentially dangerous influence on like the youth.
Yeah, like on the
Like
female hip
especially when
hop.
she like collaborates with Drake, for example. Like obviously I'm not like trying to generalize her or like
Yeah,
I'm not trying to
kind of
be
like
like
what I
racist
said.
or whatever.
Kind of like what I said with Cat's Eye a while ago.
Yeah, like I think they just have like a bad influence on the kids. And
Yeah,
from
like
my perspective, like I'm going to like go into a real like a quick rant right now. As a Serbian myself, I really hate like the mainstream rap scene here. Like the songs are like the production is like a really like dumbed down version of experimental rap by JPEG Mafia. Like it's it's like part like reggaeton and trap and EDM and like it's infused into this like gentrified like really like culture vulture shit or something like that. And like it really pisses me off when I have to hear a song like the lyrical content. It's like it just talks about like sex, money, like nightlife, like fame or whatever. Like they never switch up. Like and one thing that scares me, like really scares me, is like girls like listen to this. Like girls my age listen to this, and half of these songs are like talking about like degrading women and like referring to them as bitches. Like
yeah,
not
like
like not like bitch in like the American way where it's like a casual customer, but like bitch as in a derogatory term. Like it just
yeah,
scares me. Like really horrific influence on kids and girls and guys. Like really horrific to me.
yeah. I see that a lot in. Even I can go. Yeah, sometimes I even indulge in that type of language, but like honestly, those songs are more of me having fun. Like they're more of me copying the style just to have fun when I make like those types of songs. Like what I said in 450, another 450 reference. I'll hop on a tight beat, but I don't make trap. Like that was that's one of my favorite bars from that because like I like those songs. I make those songs, but they're not what I make. You get
Yeah, I got that you're like making it for fun.
it's like just copying the formula for fun and not because I'm actually like trying to like yeah, I don't know how to explain it thoroughly, but I think you understand.
Yeah, I understand. Like it's like a stupid freestyle, for example, at the lunch table with your friends, like having
Yeah.
fun. That's a reference to the I think it's called the lunch table freestyle.
Prison lunch table freestyle. You want to know
Yeah,
why
that.
it's called
Yeah.
prison lunch table freestyle?
Was it like a random thing or is there like a deeper meaning?
Because we were playing a Roblox game called Mad City where it
Oh
starts
my
out in a
god, I played the
prison
Mad City in
and it starts
2020.
out in a prison And we did one of those lunch table freestyles, and I screen recorded it and I uploaded it, and we were like in the prison, like in the cafeteria part of the game,
Dude, I
doing
played
that.
that game. Dude, I played that game when I was like 10 and 13. Like, and I like at the both times, like I was really mad that I couldn't find the key to escape, like the car, a key card. Dude, that is actually like a stupid, like, but like fun story. Anyways,
I just found 2 bars from 450 that I'm just gonna talk about. They want the heat, I give it to them tropical like mangoes. That is like tropical places have heat and like mangoes are tropical fruit. How do I come up with some of this stuff? Jesus Christ. They trying to make me choose, but I ask where they train going. Like they want trying to make me choose a side, but I ask, well, what side are you on? Where are you going? But also choose, as in like choo choo from
like
a
choo
train.
choo. Yeah,
How do
I
I come
thought that.
up with some of this stuff sometimes? How do I come up with some of this stuff?
You're probably like rushing your brain, like thinking in your brain like a million things to say, and then you like spew out something and like it makes sense like later, like 2 minutes later, and it's a good thing, like a good bar.
They're trying to make me choose, but I ask where they trying to go. That is fucking amazing. How do I do this stuff, bro? Wait, what? I forgot the question you originally asked me. It was some. It was about like mother, and now we're talking about.
Oh, dude, we like spent like 10 minutes on this question, and it like evolved into like
Uh,
talking about train.
uh,
Wait, it was
uh
if you had to name one song as a true inspiration, which one would be? I would lie, and your
really?
answer was Smuckers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Smuck is
oh my
good,
god, I
but
need to
we
move
got
on from this question.
we got so sidetracked.
That's looking good. That like tells us that we like have a good like chemistry on this interview right now.
Type shit.
Yeah, low key. Anyways, um, from your primary studio albums, now I forgot how many you have. You have The Life of a Cowboy. You have Home.
I have five.
Is Home Run an album or an EP?
It's an EP, but it got labeled as an album on Spotify.
So The Life of a Cowboy. Um, I forgot. I think Gutter Balls is an album,
It's Gutter
but
Balls,
I don't think
Life
I
of
should count it.
Cowboy, Gutter Balls 2, then my account got suspended, then it was album, and then Hitman.
So from your primary studio albums, those 5 or 6, how would you rank them first to last in terms of quality and personal preference?
Best one is definitely Hitman, because that's the only one that's actually listenable. Then there's, um, yeah, I think I'd go with album. Then, because, so Alec just called me. I had to, oh, okay, so, yeah, Hitman because it's the only listenable one I have. Then album because I really like the production on that. Like even though like some of it is just like free YouTube beats I found, it's like it's good. Then I'd have to go with Life of Cowboy for the same reason. My vocals suck on that, but the instrumentals were good. Then I'd have to go Gutter Balls 2,
And then Gutter Balls one.
and then Gutter Balls, the worst album of all time.
Dude, I remember like trying to do our review for The Life of a Cowboy, and I listened to the first like 5 seconds of Baby Let Me See You Dance, and I like screamed, and then I ended the
Yeah,
recording.
yeah.
Dude,
Jandal Brown is such a character. He's an enigma.
wait, did he do that like intro?
Yeah, the first verse is him.
Oh my god. I low-key thought that was you. Like, no offense. I genuinely. Bro. dude, that like it was shocking to me, but like in a bad way. Like this was so bad it like shocked me.
Yeah, like that album, every album is definitely a stepping point for me. Like Gutter Balls, my first album, that's where my stuff started. Life of Cowboy was where that's. I think my writing and my vocals were definitely getting better, but they were still like bad. And my production, I think that album might have it could contend for my best self production on an album.
So you said
And
stepping stones, right?
yeah, and like that also like that got me that album is just like it's basically how do it's like a type album. Like it was inspired by so I listened to Life of Pablo, I was like, this is
Yeah, I was going to
cool.
say like did
Then I
like
went
T-Lock inspire
yeah,
you?
I
I
took the
was going to ask.
track list of Life of Pablo and then
And you like translate it
I
into
did
your
my
own experience.
own thing with it, but like with the same amount of features on each song, like how there are four on Take Cover, there were four on Ultralight
How
Beam.
did I never clocked that?
Yeah,
That is okay, like an interesting like undertone. I don't know if I used the word correctly, but like an interesting like layer of information regarding the album. I
yeah.
honestly okay. So you said like each album is a stepping stone.
God of
So
Balls
like each album
3,
is like a new milestone for you, right?
God of Balls 3, how to, that's less of, that's more of, I really started like getting somewhere on Band Lab. That's that milestone. Then with album, that's when I like, that's when I was like, my that's when I was like getting good and like was getting more features.
More
Um,
collaborators,
yeah,
like producers and songwriters, right?
yeah, like Phony Wallace, shout out Phone.
Okay,
Um,
so
and then
you're talking about
Hitman.
milestone right now.
Hitman is like Hitman is my first good album
Yeah, you said like 3 minutes ago. It's like your like first like listenable album.
because like every project before that was just like carried by features and carried by beats and my vocals were horrible off beat, off key, off everything, unmixed most of the time.
But you had a mixtape. It was called Lucky, but without like the L is like a seven, so
Yeah,
I constantly called it Seven Lucky, bro.
yeah,
But
but yeah, like Seven
wait.
Lucky.
Did I remember a song on the album? Well, I remember two.
I'm scared.
Sticky Jamaican remix and
I'd have
the
no idea
outro
what I was on when I was making that, bro.
was like an
Yeah, it was.
AI.
It was.
Wait,
Yeah,
not an
it's
AI. It was the Google Translate voice
no. It
talking
was
about
this.
like
Yeah, it was a
Fern.
text to speech over the Judge
Over
Judy
I
beat
think it was
about.
tomorrow.
No, it
I
was
don't know
Judge
which one.
Judy, and
Yeah,
it
Judge
was
Judy.
talking about fair. I don't know.
Yeah, because you two
That
had like a
tape,
drama.
first ever mixtape. Don't get mad at me. It's horrible.
But
The,
I'm not even mad. I'm
but
like I
like
just remembered those two like I laughed in my head. Okay, so I need to ask this
those.
question. We're
Yeah,
going way too long.
yeah.
We're answering without asking the question. So, what do you think is currently your biggest milestone under this name and career?
That's a good question. I don't know, honestly. It's probably some cosign I've probably gotten maybe when I got shouted out by Mike G in a story. Maybe when Dopehead, Danny Brown's cousin, followed me back. Maybe when Phony sent me those packs. Maybe when
Would you say like any album of yours was like a big milestone?
Hitman, because that thing, I like Hitman. But I think my biggest milestone could be dropping Kraken with Greg Nice. It could be when I got that beat from Harrison from Surf Gang.
You have a lot of milestones, really.
I have a lot of collaborators, but like I don't know what my biggest milestone would be. But me
I
personally,
honestly think it would
I
be
think
like the Mike D shout out.
yeah, like getting shouted out by Mike G when well, like that was a bit of a shallow shout out, but
A
I
shout out
think
is a shout out at the end of the day.
yeah, one thing maybe it could be when um I think my biggest milestone recently is dropping the, Kraken with Greg Nice because that was like the first time I really got a feature from someone outside of BandLab.
So first, congratulations on that. And second, okay, I don't have a second. It's just congratulations on that.
Yup.
So,
So what's happening?
so, um, yeah, I wanted to ask you, do you have any regrets or grievances in regards to music or like missed potential collaborators or albums, etc.?
Definitely. Probably when I got my first big like my first big fumble was I was acting way too fanatic with Brandon. Like we still he still like occasionally texts me back like every like 2 months or so, but like it never. It's always
Like it
maybe like
manifested
one
into something.
thing. It's always like one small thing, maybe like yeah, but um like fumbling Brandon was I don't think I've like fumbled him, but I think I definitely fumbled like the chance
A
of
feature.
actual yeah like actual feature. So he still
I think you're
sometimes
like acting like
replies.
I think it was like more like a fan and an artist like talking to each other rather than an artist and an artist talking to each other.
Yeah, but like if I could do that now, I think I'd probably have a feature by him by now.
Well, you never know. Like you're still talking, as you said, so it's probably still on the table.
He's working on volume 4, because he had the volume 1 for the money, volume 2 for the show, and the
Volume three.
yeah, and now he's working on volume 4. But the reason he worked on volume 4 is because I commented on one of his posts, being like, with like when his new post with him in the studio, I was like, "Oh, is this a new album?" And he replied, "Yo, what album should I do?" And everyone was like, "Oh, volume 4," and everyone was like, "Bet." So I directly caused volume 4 to be in production.
That's an actual respect moment right now. Um, I talked to him like a bit, like I gave him praises for like I forgot the song names. It was off of Golden Child 2 Deluxe.
Yeah, that album.
That is actually a really good album.
I like that
Wait,
album.
I think I have the names.
I like that
I
album,
need to find
but
it quick.
me personally, I think it was leaning too. mainstream, and
Um, the songs that I talked to him about were like Throat and Proposition. Like those are my favorites.
I gotta go like right now. Can we try and wrap this up
Wait,
and
wait,
answer the
wait.
question?
Let me do it. Wait, let me do an outro. Are you recording?
Yep. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
The songs I talked about were Throat and Proposition. Like those are my favorite off the album. Anyways, do you have anything else to say?
Uh, I wish we could do more, but I gotta go now. So like, uh,
So I just want to say thank you for coming onto this interview, and thank you for coming through to do the interview, and thank you for being here for a majority of the questions. And in general, just thank you for being like an interesting guest. I
yeah,
have two more questions, but I obviously don't think we can do them in like a minute.
yeah. So,
So
uh,
this is
Right
the
Shift
end.
tape coming out soon. Caramel Cake 2 coming out soon. Bye bye.